Hello, Lori. My name is Scott Schmerin, and I'm a hypnotist. And our world is suffering right now from the greatest crisis there is. People have given up on their goals, their dreams, and their visions. They've allowed the government to become responsible for them. They blame everybody else for their problems. We need to fix this problem. It will be the ultimate destruction of our country and probably of the world and our society as we know it today. And I have a vision in my head. I want to help more than 10 million people in my lifetime truly discover how amazing they are and live and create the life of their dreams. And even as a little boy, I had this little voice in my head telling me, you need to make a difference in this world because that's who you are and that's what you are. And you know what, Laura, you would have known me as a kid. I was the fat kid. When I say I was the fat kid, I was the fat kid in my neighborhood. I was called names like Lardass and Tubby and Dumbo. And those names hurt. And they began to take a toll on me. And I began to withdraw from the world. I spent my time in the 60s and 70s watching really bad TV and eating. The TV and the refrigerator were my best friends. The more I was teased, the more I withdrew, and I buried myself and ate food nonstop all day long, and I got heavier and heavier. And this cycle perpetuated and got worse and worse. And I can remember horrible times in my life. Like, for example, I remember being in grade school, and every year in gym class, I'm sure you remember the president's program on physical fitness. It was a week-long program, and we did things like push-ups and sit-ups and pull-ups and all kinds of ups. And none of them I did very well. But the day I hated the most is the day they weighed us in. It was always the same. Every year, I hoped and prayed that some kid that was bigger and fatter than me moved into my neighborhood and took that title away of being the heaviest kid. It was the same thing every year in gym class. It'd be end of that day when they were weighing us, and all the kids would be on the one side of the gym, and I'd be standing over there by myself waiting. And then the call would come out from my gym teacher, Schmerin and anybody else who's left. And it was only me. And the class would roar and cheer like I was the king, and I'd put that dumb, stupid, fake smile on my face and go up there and weigh in while all the time I was dying inside. And that voice inside of me wanting me to help people and make a difference in this world started to fade away. And I remember one time in my 20s, I remember being invited to a New Year's Eve party. There was 50 people there. And I remember making a big plate of food. And of course, I had my Diet Coke. I was big and fat. And I remember sitting down on this wooden rocking chair with my big plate of food and my Diet Coke. And the rocking chair broke. Actually, I crushed it. And like a scene out of a movie, there was a short, fat little guy laying on the floor with food all over him. And in that moment, the room grew silent. And everybody just turned around simultaneously. And then they began to laugh. And you know what? It probably was funny to see. I felt horrible. I was embarrassed. I wanted to die. And I remember going back to my home and spending New Year's Eve with my two best friends at the time. A large sausage pizza from a place called Nick's and a frozen Sara Lee cheesecake with the strawberries, and I ate them all. I stuffed myself. I was angry. I hated the world. I hated myself. I blamed everybody else for my problems, losing weight, gaining weight, not making any money, being miserable. And then one day, I couldn't stand it anymore. The pain became too great. And I took a bottle of sleeping pills and painkillers, and I poured them into a paper cup, and I went to my bathroom, and I put them down on the counter in the bathroom. I looked at them for a long time. There was enough pills there to kill an elephant easily. And then I looked in the mirror, and I saw nothing. And I took all the pills. And then I went over to the chair I always sit in to watch TV, to hide from the world my excuse for participating in life. And I waited to die, and I was terrified, and I was afraid. And then I passed out. And I was out for a very long time. And then I opened my eyes, and it was sometime the next day, I don't know when, and a light was shining through my window from above, shining down on me. I opened my eyes, and I felt this tremendous sense of peace. I thought I was dead. I really cannot describe it to you in words because words just can't describe it. But in that moment, I had clarity. In that moment, I realized that I was responsible for my life. I was responsible for the misery I was suffering, for losing weight, gaining weight, hating the world, being miserable. It was my responsibility. I got clarity. I realized I should have died, and then the tears started flowing down my eyes. I was alive. I was alive for a reason on this planet, on this earth, to make a difference. So I got out of my chair. And then I've spent the next 25 years of my life to today wanting to know how my mind worked and studying things like hypnosis and neuro-linguistic programming and every other amazing and wonderful thing that the life has to offer us and how our mind worked. And I began to change. And I set my first goal, which is to be able to go out in public and not be noticed for being the fat guy. And then I did that. And I wanted more. I wanted to live. I wanted to experience all the things I never experienced before. I wanted success, happiness, joy, love. I fast forward. I have now lost and kept off more than 180 pounds now for many years. And that little voice in my mind, it came back to me. I am 5'6". At my peak, I weighed 360 pounds. I had a 56-inch waist. I was almost as big around as I was tall. Today, I'm still 5'6". However, I weigh 172, 173 pounds. I have a 32-inch waist. At 54 years old, I am in the best, most incredible shape of my life. And I have committed my life to helping others, and people seek me out. I've appeared on Oprah. I've been on the Howard Stern Show several times. I've been on Fox News, on Coast to Coast Radio, and many others. I work with CEOs. I work with salespeople, business executives, athletes, whether professional, amateur, Olympic, college, youth. I work with kids struggling with OCD, ADD, and ADHD. I've worked with cancer patients, creating for them a vision in their mind of them being everything they want to be. And my vision is to help more than 10 million people in my lifetime discover how truly amazing they are and live the life they've always wanted to live. There is a crisis right now in this world. The world needs our help. I know what I can do. If you look in the area of personal development, the four highest selling categories are overcoming fear, creating wealth, confidence, and losing weight. And I've put together a package literally that can transform people's lives all over this world. And it's simple and it's easy, and people can relate to my story. They see me in their story. I am no different than them. I am no more special. And if I can do it, imagine what they can do. And that's what makes what I do very powerful. So I need your help. I need a partner that can take this and help me share my vision to more than 10 million people in my lifetime through info commercials, through home shopping clubs, through the retail stores, online. I need somebody with the expertise that I don't have. I need you. I'd love to have a conversation with you about this. You are welcome to contact me at area code 847-331-5848, or you can email me at scott@ultimatevisionarymind.com. I truly hope you have an amazing day and that you and I together can make a huge difference in this world. Take care.